Compliments of the season, my friends. You're welcome back to OZK TV. Wow, we are counting days. Today is 20th. Wow, 11 more days, and we'll be in 2021. Whoops, that's great. Well, you're welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by today. If you're here for the first time, I welcome you. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. Well, this video, we are talking about this pastor that admitted to inappropriate behavior with females in the church that he pastors. Amazing. All these pastors and church members, I don't know when these things will end. Can't they just do something else? Can't they just concentrate on what they are called to do? Every day you see one pastor, one member, every time. It's becoming something else. Well, this pastor's name is Timi Adigun. He's a coordinator of Mine Teenage Ministry and pastor at the Ark Church. The Ark Church is in Lagos. He's not only the pastor of the church, he's also the editor of Mine magazine. The magazine is a free Christian teenage magazine that preaches sexual purity. The pastor is 35 years old. Someone called him out. Several posts surfaced online accusing him of sexcapades with teenage girls under his mentorship and tutelage. Who called him out? Akanimo. Akanimo is a public relations expert. He claims that he lives close to the church in Lagos. I told you the church is in Lagos, right? Well, this guy says he lives close to the church in Lagos, and he claimed that he has confirmed the allegations after investigating this matter. So that made him to come on Facebook. The post went viral where he claimed that the pastor didn't even care about the findings. Okay? So, you know, social media is a people's court. Once your matter is there, you go and defend yourself, or you allow people to just, decode it. They will just give it any interpretation they want. So this pastor, what did he do? He came online to say that he was sorry. Okay? The ministry, however, disassociated itself from the actions of the pastor. They confirmed the allegations. They said, according to them, and I quote, he's a sexual predator. Before he was found out, he just started the Father Me series, where he encouraged people to submit to fatherhood, even while molesting those who have lived with him for 5 years plus. That was what they tweeted, although they later deleted it. Terrible. When will this stop? Pastors and members. He's 35. And he was mentoring young people. And they really looked up to him. I'm sure they saw in him a good preacher, or a good mentor, or a good person. When you look up to someone, you want to be like the person, maybe the way they behave, or the kind of things they teach, or who they associate with. That is something that attracted you to that person, attracted the person to you in the first place. But he abused it. He abused the trust. He abused the confidence. He abused everything. He was busy violating the teenagers. This is terrible. Will these things ever stop? And he's with men. And this guy has a wife. That's his wife there. He has a wife. Even if he didn't have a wife, was he forced into ministry? He knew what he was going into before he even ventured in there. So what was his problem? They will always come up with so many excuses that don't make sense. In his public apology, he posted it via his social media pages. He said that he's deeply sorry for his actions and inactions. According to him, and I quote, "The truth is, I was involved in inappropriate behavior with females over a couple of years. I went against the sexual purity message I preach and believe in, and I am so sorry. I failed those of you who look up to me. Please find a place in your hearts to forgive me. I want to humbly state that there was no sexual intercourse with any. None was a minor, and my wife did not know about these actions while they happened. I have apologized to God, my wife, my in-laws, my family, and some ministry members. I am here apologizing publicly. I have apologized several times to all the ladies involved and also apologized to some family members. The final apology came in September when I sent voice note apologies to all of them for taking advantage of their trust in me, and they all, at different times, accepted my apology. This call-out was more from ministry leaders who had had clashes with me at different times and used the occasion of this knowledge to get back at me, hence the use of the ministry's Twitter handle. Wow. What would you say? This is not good at all. He's even accusing the leaders of calling him out. Maybe because they had tried to talk to you in private, you didn't listen to them. You didn't listen to them. You went on. You carried on. He said he was involved in inappropriate behavior. What constitutes inappropriate behavior? He should have explained it to us. I mean, he should have broken it down. If you know you cannot deal with many women at the same time, please stay off ministry. Stay off anything, that could bring you in contact with several women at the same time. And these are you teenagers. He was preaching sexual purity. He was preaching virginity and all that. Is that the gospel? The gospel is a total message. If you're preaching the gospel, everything is there. You're preaching Christ. Christ, that is the gospel. Everything is embedded there. Prosperity is there. Goodness is there. Everything. This virginity is there. Why would you be preaching only virginity? Preaching sexual purity? What if the person has that purity and is an armed robber, or is a chronic liar, or is that? You just don't single out a message from the gospel and start going with it. Start running with it. Preach the whole thing. The gospel is total. When you get a grip of it, you would not want to go back. You will do everything that it tells you to do. Not doing one and leaving the other. Taking one part. And the same thing you were talking about was the same thing you fell victim of. You fell into it. That was why the people were shouting. That was why it was like that. And it's such a pity. I don't know how long we'll continue to, tolerate this. It's really bad. But this apology didn't go down well with the leaders, the church leaders. They said, no, this one is just crocodile tears. It didn't go down with them at all. Like the ministry leaders, they released their own statements online. In a detailed statement, the ministry narrated how they discovered the pastor had been allegedly sexually assaulting girls in his care. According to them, they received a message on October 13. In that message, they were accused of being silent while the pastor abused girls. So they said they decided to investigate, and so many other victims came out. Their investigation, according to them, led them to discover that the pastor had indeed been harassing these ladies, some of the ladies in the ministry, for over 5 years. Over 5 years. This is bad. And they said, according to them, and I quote, they said his wife, Timi Adigun, knew about this all along. The ministry wrote, adding, she knew about it the very first time it happened and at other times after that. Despite knowing, she still deliberately exposed ladies in the ministry to her husband, accommodating some of them in their home. That is according to their statements. And they continued, after this episode, he went on to block the leaders, said he blocked the leaders, present and past, from being accessible to him, and that he even He even threatened some of the people, some of the victims. That is bad. It's not nice at all. Concentrate on what you are asked to do. They asked a question. Would he be sorry if he wasn't called out? From where we stand internally, Timi Adigun's actions up till now has not reflected remorse. He had confidently stated that nothing can be done to him, confidently playing on the victim's quietness. In lieu of this, we still do not recommend any parent or church body to trust their word with him. Any young person, teenager or child involved with Timi or Titi Adigun would be doing so at their own risk. This statement was signed by the ministry leaders and they released it online. It's really a pity that such a thing could be happening in the church. A church is supposed to be a place where you go and you're refreshed. You have your sanity restored. You have all the things that are going wrong in your life taken care of. But most of these churches, you go there and the opposite is what you see. Parents, you should be careful where you send your children to. Because they have said they say that they are preaching sexual purity. You say, okay, I want my children to go there. But you don't know what they are passing through in that place. And they didn't even speak out. If not, someone started investigating, maybe he saw what was happening there, because he said that he lives close to the church. Maybe we wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have found out. We wouldn't have been told this. And because they called him out on social media, court of public opinion, they called him out there. If they mention your matter there, now be that too. If they mention your matter, carry your matter, go social media. If you do not take time, you will never get yourself again till you leave this world. I'm telling you. So maybe that was what prompted him to come out to apologize. He had been doing it for years. People that were entrusted in your care. The parents trusted you. Take care of my daughters. Take care of my children for me. Parents, shine your eye, shine your eye, and listen to your children. Maybe the children even complained, and the mother would say, pastor cannot do that. How can? No. And you see it. It happens every time. We cannot continue like this. Well, he said he has apologized. I don't know what to make of this anyway. They say he has stepped down. He ought to. How can you be preaching with this? They already know. And nobody is happy with you. Such a young man. You have a message for the youths. You have a message. And you're a youth yourself. You have a wife, for crying out loud. You have your own woman there. 7 days a week. Every day. 30 days in a month, right? 365 days in a year. She's all yours. She's there for you. No, that one is not okay. You want to go and prey on young girls. You want to go and test them. You want to go and see what they look like or how you can convince them. I know some of these young people, they are carried away. They just look at the pastor and say, oh, this pastor, how I wish you would just be my friend. How I wish you just be my husband. Some of them are even quite outspoken. They can even go there, do the well, this is, it's not good at all. It does not represent the values, the society we live in. We have values, okay? We do. But unfortunately, they are gradually, they are really eroding, passing, going, they're being washed away. And we are here looking at ourselves. For how long will we allow people like this to destroy the youth, to destroy our girls, to destroy the young ones coming up? Well, what do you think about this, what this man has done? How do you think we should take his message? Should we believe him or the church elders? Who do we believe? What do you think? Kindly drop your comments in the comment section. Let's look at it together, because I have my opinion also. Let's look at it together. Let's rub minds together. I mean, that's what all these things are for anyway. Let's discuss it. Chit chat, whatever you call it. But let's look at it together and see how far we can go or how far we can take it. Well, that is it for this video. If you're just joining or today is your first time, you are welcome here. Kindly subscribe. Oh, remember to subscribe to my channel. Okay, support my channel with a subscription, which is absolutely free. Thank you so much. Also, click the notification bell, enable it so you get to see more of my content. Each time I drop a new video, you will be alerted. Okay, and for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for supporting my channel and for your encouragement. I thank you. All right, I'm out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.